Want to stay up to date? Just tell Siri, show me the football scores.
Would you settle for an incredible game at Arrowhead on Sunday night? Rematch of last year's AFC title game won by the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. It was like Pop Warner at times. They both led their team in rushing. We'll pick it up. Bills down 5, under 3 to go, 4th and 4. Look at Josh Allen, Hawk, just keep it alive and use his legs.
I mean, this is what makes him special, right? Like, when you think you have him, when you think you got him beat or contained, you don't, because he's just as good with his legs as he is with his arm and his decision-making, some of the best in the league.
11 carries for 68 yards to lead the Bills. 4 plays later. 2 minutes to go. It's 4th and 14. 4th and 14. Pump fake, middle of the field. Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown snag of the game, wide open. Remember, no Tyrann Mathieu since basically the first play of the game. He was in concussion protocol. Bills fans are pumped up. Now they go for 2 since they're only up 1. I was no math major, but it's the right play. And, oh my gosh, he spins right, he spins left, he keeps it alive. And yes, Stephon Diggs, who did not have a huge day statistically, 2-point conversion, it's a 3-point lead. But here come the Chiefs with $1:13 to go. Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. It's almost like watching Barry Sanders play with his shiftiness and his speed, Hawk.
I mean, when you get him in open field, look at all the angles. They have the angle on him. It does not matter. He eats them up like Pac-Man, man. It's nothing with this guy. It's crazy.
11 snags for 150 and a score. But you left a minute on the clock for that other monster on Buffalo's sideline. Josh Allen, 2nd and 10. Gabriel Davis, who had an enormous day, 8 for 201. He's got them, easy on the tackle there, Sorensen. Gets it into Chiefs territory. 3 plays later, under 20 to go. Allen, Davis, first player with 4 touchdown grabs in a single playoff game. But guess what? You left 13 seconds for Patrick Mahomes.
Too much time.
Mahomes, what does he do? He's got all 3 timeouts, gets it out to Hill. All right, that's a quick gain of nearly 20. Now there's 8 seconds left. Mahomes, how does Travis Kelce get this wide open, Hawk?
They tried to play it a little tighter than the previous play because they got 20 yards on it. Unfortunately, they could not collapse as fast as Travis Kelce can get the ball and turn it big.
So Harrison Butker, who missed a field goal and a PAT earlier, is true from 49. We have overtime.
It's going overtime.
Oh, my goodness.
25 points scored in the last 2 minutes of regulation. We get to the extra session, and yes!
That's it.
The Chiefs win the toss. They get the ball. Mahomes to Jerick McKinnon, who played a huge role. Gain of 16 inside the Bills' 40. 2 plays later, Mahomes, who threw for 370 to Mecole Hardman, gets it inside the 10. Too many playmakers, too much speed on this Chiefs squad. And it's time right now for our play of the day, presented by Geico. Mahomes to his future Hall of Fame tight end, Travis Kelce. 7 snags for 88 yards and 87 deep sixes the Bills. The Chiefs become the first team to host 4 straight conference title games. Joe Burrow in Cincinnati comes to call-in. Back shoulder on this one. The Chiefs and their fans are delirious. Let's see how their coach is doing.
The one thing that I love about this team is they didn't flinch. They kept focus. Nobody threw in the hat and quit. They just kept battling. I mean, we're there with 13 seconds left. Everybody's going, we got to go down and score and get a field goal. So points were big right at that point. So, and 3 in particular. So the guys just believed it, that it was going to get done, and much appreciated. And listen, Herbie, we got a great team coming in here. So we can enjoy this for about a minute, and then we got to get ourselves ready for Cincinnati.
Unbelievable. So here are your conference championship games on Sunday. First one at Arrowhead, Bengals, Chiefs. That's on CBS, followed by the Niners trying to have a 3-game sweep of the Rams. That's at SoFi. All 4 of these teams walk-off winners in the divisional round. All right, let's spin it ahead to the AFC title game. And Joe Thomas, if you remember, Week 17, the Bengals clinched the AFC North by beating the Chiefs 34-31. Joe Burrow threw for 466. So when you ask the question, can the Bengals keep up with the Chiefs, they already did once.
He did, and I think in this game it's going to come down to Joe Mixon. What type of an effect can he have on this game? Because they're going to need to be able to control the clock. Both of these teams are coming into this game red hot. These quarterbacks, they're unflappable. They're making all the throws all over the field, but it's going to come down to who has the ball last. And if you're able to run the football, which the Chiefs have not been able to do very much since Andy Reid got there, that's one of the things that the Bengals can do better than the Chiefs. If they can control the clock, put themselves in position to have the football last, that's where they have the advantage to potentially win the game.
I love that. I got to give some love to the O-line here because that's going to be the difference maker in this game. That first time around, both of these offenses were really firing, especially the Cincinnati Bengal offense. When we look at what the Cincinnati Bengals had to contend with in the divisional round, Joe Burrow was getting beat up. And they did have enough offense to overcome that, but going against the Chiefs, if we're going to see the version of the Chiefs that we just seen down the stretch against the Bills, they're going to have to protect Joe Burrow to let that man cook. And if they can, and if they do, the Bengals definitely have a good chance of walking out of here AFC champions.
And one other thing, Evan McPherson, their rookie kicker's been phenomenal. 8 for 8 so far in the playoffs. You will not win at Arrowhead if you keep kicking field goals against Patrick Mahomes.
Need 6.
Okay. Tom Brady will be doing what a lot of you are doing next Sunday, watching championship football. He tried. They came back all the way from a 27-3 second half deficit. 4th and inches. Lenny Fournette in for the second time in this game. We're tied at 27. But Matthew Stafford, 43 career game-winning drives. The 7 quarterbacks who have more in the Super Bowl era, 4 are in the Hall of Fame. 3 of them are on their way, including that guy who can only watch because it's the former Buccaneer. Matt Gay from 30 yards out is sending LA home to host the Niners in the NFC title game. As for Tom Brady, speaking of going home.
Hey, Tom, how do you process going forward? I know a lot of people are wondering how you will contemplate whether you'll come back or not.
I haven't put a lot of thought into it, so we'll just take it day by day and see where we're at.
Did you at least take a moment as you came off the field or at any time today to think about that, to think that this might be the last time I'm out here?
No, I was thinking about winning. That's kind of my mentality always, to go out there and try to win, give my team the best chance to win.
What's the biggest factor for you, Tom? What would be the biggest factor for you in making that decision going forward?
Truthfully, guys, I'm thinking about this game and not thinking about anything past 5 minutes from now.
Shocking. He didn't give us anything. Hawk, you give it to us. What do you think's happening?
I don't think he retires. I feel like if he would have made the decision based on the outcome of a season, he would have retired a long time ago, especially after they won the Super Bowl a year ago. Listen, I don't want to say he still has a lot of football left in the tank, because that's an understatement. He led the league in passing this year. Even in this game, he threw for over 300 yards and still put them in position to win. So he absolutely can still be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I think he gives it at least one more go-round before he makes that decision to hang him up.
Tom Brady is obsessed with the process. Nobody would know that better than you. You were in New England with him, and you saw the passion that he has coming to work every day, even in the offseason. That's why so many guys decide to hang it up, is because they get beat up and they get sick of the monotony of the training, of getting your body ready. That happens 365 days a year. But not with Tom Brady. And I think it was interesting, some of the comments that he made to Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels during this week of preparation, getting ready for this game, where he was talking about it's not as important for him to go out on top. And some people may have taken that to say, like, oh, well, that means Brady might retire even though he doesn't win the Super Bowl this season. I took it that I think he's just going to keep playing until somebody kicks him out, because he loves this so much. It's a little bit like Joe Paterno when he was coaching with Penn State. He said, I don't really have anything else that I love to do besides football. And that's exactly like Tom Brady. Other than his family, it doesn't seem like he has anything off the field that's just pulling him. It's not like he wants to get into media. It's not like he's this huge golfer like Romo was. Like, there's nothing else besides getting ready for an NFL season that he gets so excited about. And so I don't think he leaves no matter what happened this season, or even no matter what happens next season, whether they win the Super Bowl or they don't.
We're going to be talking about it for the next few weeks. And at least for the next week, we're going to be talking about the Rams and the Niners Part 3. That's right. The last time we saw them, it was over at SoFi, where we will also have Super Bowl 56. So the Rams, they've lost their first 2 times to the Niners this season. How do they get them in matchup number 3? We'll break down the NFC title game coming your way right after this.